Hello, this is Gary the Coconut, and this is a game between COL and reddex. COL is the red Zerg player here at the top of the map, and reddex is the blue Protoss player at the bottom of the map. Now you'll notice this is a different map. This is part of a tournament. This is the JR Toast&Fish Open Tournament, hosted by two channels, JRgaming Inc. and MrToastedFish. I will have links at the bottom of this video. And they are good guys, and I asked if I could be in the tournament, and they said I would even be able to cast a game and be kind of like a special feature, I guess, or something. So the Scouting Overlord is going out. So they were nice enough to let me participate in their tournament, have some fun with them. And this is the round one of the tournament. It's a tournament between 16 players, and the first place prize is a $50 prize. So that is pretty exciting, because if I hosted a tournament before, and I'm a cheapskate, and I didn't offer anything. So this map is designed by one of the players, and they decided to use this custom map in their first round one. So I did play against a player named Broodie. He was also the player who made the map, and he's diamond player, very good player, still going in the tournament. The tournament is not finished yet as of the time that I'm making this video. By the time I uploaded it, it might be, and he's doing very well in it. And yeah, he did really good. He was my opponent. I guess I kind of gave away the outcome of that, but I think that game is hopefully going to be casted and will be on MrToastedFish's channel. So if you want to see that game and watch me get owned, go ahead and check out his channel and look for it. Hopefully he'll have that up when you are looking for it. Doing some nice little trapezoid-shaped scouting. Spawning pool is going down. I have the production tab up. So COL here, the red Zerg player, is a Silver League player. reddex is a Platinum player. So a little bit different league, but we can have an underdog situation. I have seen it before. Some cheese or some other shenanigans going on, and get in the game. And when I played Broodie, that's a gold versus diamond match. It was pretty close. I held off 2 waves of attacks. It was a Zerg versus Zerg game. Ugh. And a little bit of proxy hatch going on. A little bit close. He had all this space to work with. You can build in this section over here, so he could have built a proxy hatch over there. It could have been hidden better. Maybe he was just trying to keep his scouting going, but that's a very expensive scout. You'll notice the scout is trapped now, so he will lose the few minerals from that extractor that he lost, the 75 from the canceled hatchery, if he cancels, hopefully, as well as the 50 minerals from the drone. That's quite a bit just for scouting, so maybe not the best move. I do want to explain this map. It's basically a single path here to the opponent, a very long map, not good for rushing. So this is good for lower level of play because it prevents cheese and lets you get going before the game starts. He's doing a little bit of racing against the Zealot, but that Zealot is on hold position and is got another one right behind it. Lost a lot of minerals there, I believe. And even when he went ahead and let this hatchery finish, which was good for reddex. Free minerals here, not very good for COL. Maybe he was going to cancel, maybe he wasn't. But he does have a few Zerglings, and as we can all tell, that's probably not going to do anything. So back to the map. The natural is easy to obtain and secure and defend. Very nice. And then there's destructible rocks here at the ramp going down so that you can widen the attack. That is good for Zerg. And your third natural right there, difficult to defend. And also the high yield expansion right here. Once you get past, once you have your second base, you can have hidden bases. It's a very large map. And but the third base will be hard to defend. That proxy hatch is going down, and that drone is running around. Still getting his scout on. Oh. I would have loved if that happened. Maybe he knows that his... Oh, there it goes. Going down. See, and this unit loss tab just keeps growing and growing, and of course, some of that was from canceled buildings, but a lot of that was just, that's lost already. So already at a large disadvantage. Maybe he thought that since his opponent is in such a higher league, he needs to do some kind of cheese to win, which is just not true. You can catch him off guard, have good timing, and just be at the base at the right time. Especially a Zerg, if his base is out here, or if his army is out here, and you attack, you can do a lot of damage if you have all these Zerglings, and he can try to run back, or if he tries to attack you, you can still come up and meet him and do a lot of damage that way. So his expansion, let's look at the units tab. We have the 16 workers to 25, and this is a sign of the league. The higher the league you are, the more workers you produce. It is statistically proven. So as we can see here, even though this base is oversaturated, it is saturated, while as this base is not saturated, just now getting saturated. See right here, this is what I mean by saturated. He has 3 drones on this patch, but he only has 1 on this patch. He could micro that to better produce, and you might think and see here's a gap that could use another drone. So this base is not saturated, and you might say, well, that doesn't make a difference. Well, it does. That is the difference between gold and diamond. There's little things like that, they all add up. Overlord's not in a very good position for scouting. They're not in any position for scouting. So he did have an Overlord down here. I didn't see if that unit was lost. I'm guessing it was, because it takes so long for those Overlords to move down. And I would see it on the minimap here, but I do not. So that was the introduction to the tournament, and they did let me cast this one game. JR let me cast the game. They split the tournament in half, and half are going to cast, so each one of them are going to cast 8 players, and then I don't know what they're going to do for the finals, but I was going to feature the first match of the final on my channel, and then so that you guys will know where to go to check it out, and so you will see that on my channel, and then go ahead and go to their channel to see the end of the tournament. Very exciting. Hopefully one of these players here will be in it. That would make it even more exciting. Ooh, he is going to know everything going on. I don't think he has a lair yet. He is getting his lair, so he can have a detection soon. Getting his evolution player, good. I don't know what reddex is upset about here. Just looking at the production tab, Phoenix and Void Ray. Very hard for a Zerg player to fend off when not doing anything. And he says his slow colossi, maybe he is trying to psych out his opponent. I bet that's what he's doing, because he is nowhere near Colossus. He doesn't have the robotics facility, or I mean he has the robotics facility, but he does not have the Colossus tech. He's playing mind games. reddex, you sneaky dog. Sneaky. COL is getting his overseer. Hopefully he'll be able to take out this observer. And see, here's the problem. COL is getting his 3rd expansion. He has excessive gas. He could get that off with a quick infester tech. Good way to get rid of excess gas. Or go mutilist. But you see, this is a problem here. He's getting more extractors, even though he's high in gas. These 2 drones could be used to get minerals, which would be much more helpful. He is also getting his 3rd expansion. This base is still not saturated. You see that there's empty mineral patches at times. See, 1, 2, 3 empty mineral patches. Those need to be mining at all times. And here, this is only, I'd say, half saturated. Looking at the units tab, 29 to 35. He is catching up in the worker count, but as Zerg, you should be far ahead. And reddex is getting his next base. So, see, again, we have this other, this would be good if it was a macro hatch, but he is getting a 3rd base when he has all this unused larvae. He just needs to be pumping out units, and he has the supply for it. Oh, COL, what are you doing? And this air is about to get discovered. This base is going to go down. There's nothing he has to defend against this other than his queen. This is sad to watch. Cole, it's kind of like if you were to watch somebody slapping a baby or maybe punching a dolphin. It's just sad to watch this amount of slaughter going on right now. But he does have his overseer ready. Cole, good job getting that down there. All right, so that queen is going to go down. He is overreacting to this. What he needs to be doing is building queens. Good, but not queuing up. He should only have one there. Cancel that. That's what he needs to do. He has all these, and so that is good. 4, I would say, would be good. 7 is not good, though. And here we go. See, these are spread out. They should be just around this layer. I don't like that they're spread out, and the voideries can pick those off. But he is getting his queens, but they are queued up. Oh, this is rough, and that is the problem with tournaments. Everyone has they were just selected at random. They weren't selected by league. When I did my tournament, I did put them against each other based on their league. So that is just personal preference, I suppose. So he was able to hold off that attack very strongly. But now the problem is if these, and he is getting Hydras. Hydra's a good choice if there are no Colossi on the field. If Colossus is the best response to Hydras, and they do well against all of these units. Also, High Templars and Archons are also good against the Hydras. But right now, based on the units on the field, Hydras could be the unit of choice, but he is supply blocked heavily. And he has so much gas, he needs to pull off those drones. All these drones need to be on the mineral patches instead of on the geysers. And he is getting those queens. Good job. Let's go down to this base from reddex. See what he is doing. You'll notice the work count is now 42 to 25. So that is just ouch. Okay. Nice little army here. I mean, I think he could just... Oh, and getting hallucinated units. That's always fun to do. See, the joy of this is that he could come in and have Cole overreact to it, produce 4 more queens like he did before, just use up a lot of minerals, which he doesn't really have right now, so that would really set him back in getting tech, getting upgrades, those kinds of things. I don't see any upgrades from Cole right now. Upgrades are good to get. In my game with broodie, he had 1 upgrade on me, and that made all the difference at the end. All right. I don't want to give it away because I want you guys to go watch it, but kind of like talking about myself. It's a real problem. Okay, so this army isn't that bad. Let's look at the. I mean, of course, he is 40 supply behind, but a lot of that is drone workers. A lot of that is probes and zerglings and hydralisks. Good against this army composition. Not good against force field, which I'm sure reddex is pretty good at. Again, Cole is a rank 9 silver, so doing well. Maybe seeing a promotion soon, and reddex is a rank 31 platinum, so I'm fairly certain he could stomp me in a match. And getting his 3rd expansion, doing a little scouting here, sees these Phoenix. Those are not the hallucinated ones. I lost track of those ones. And reddex is also getting his 3rd. You'll notice on the production that he is making drones, and that's good. Let me give you guys a little hint as to what I do to help keep my worker counts up. Because this is a problem on the lower league play, and my channel is catered to lower level of play. So if you are a high level of play, I apologize, and be patient with me. So what I do is I will build my base, get it saturated. Now, let's say from this base, if it was saturated, he did do a drone split, or maybe the drones were killed off. This base is oversaturated. Okay, so this is good examples. For this base, I would only make army units from this base. And then once that was finished, I would go over to this base and only make drones from this base until it is saturated. That's just how I personally keep track that I'm always building probes, because throughout the whole match, you need to be building probes until you get, if you're a Zerg player, you need to have about 70 workers, and that's a lot more than lower level of play is used to. That's double what he has right now. And by the 20-minute mark, he should definitely be having about 90 workers working. So that means when I click on his unit, there won't perfect. He has no idle workers, but there's only 36 of them. And I'm not sure what the Protoss end worker count should be, because I have only played one Protoss game, and that was on accident. I played my placement match in the 4v4 category, and I accidentally went in as Protoss, still managed to win it. Bam. Like a boss. Finally getting those upgrades at the 20-minute mark. A little bit late, but I don't know if reddex has any upgrades either. I'm not seeing any, so he will have the upgrade advantage, but he is losing in the supply count. So yeah, that's just my strategy. So I always keep on track of building workers and having the right amount of workers. I will, build my base, and then from the base, I'll only build drones from that base until it's saturated. Once it's saturated, I only build units, attacking units, and then I'll build drones from my unsaturated base. And that's just how I keep track of. I don't know if that's probably the slow way, probably not the best way, but for me it is working at the level of play that I'm at, which is just lowly, humble gold. Hopefully soon to be platinum if I ever get to play more. And I think reddex might just be stalling. They're both waiting for each other before attacking, and maybe waiting to max out that army, which reddex is really close to doing. This is a very intimidating death ball, air and ground units. And as a Zerg player, this is what you want to try to prevent, because as you can see, there is no counter for this army, other than just waves and waves of units and death. I mean, you can't just say, oh, I'm just going to get all hydras and be able to counter this. No, that will not work. This army will probably beat, 2 armies of Zerg. So as a Zerg player, you want to just constantly harass to keep these numbers down. Just like that was good harassment from the worker line. And this death ball is so slow, he could take these Zerglings, run them around this side of the map, and then do some harassment, like pick off this lone Colossus. That's the type of thing you want to be doing. You want to always have your Zerglings be moving, and not have them be sitting like this, knocking down these rocks. Not those rocks. I saw them. Those rocks. Yep, where'd they go? These rocks, for example. Get more paths of attack. That is where the Zerg power lies. And the Protoss power lies in these death balls. And so then they get on this head and see the Zerglings did not even touch the army. They got instantly roasted before they even got there. And I think he does have those upgrades. He does have his armor upgrades, so that is good. And that is in his favor, but it is just not looking good for COL right now. reddex is moving in with this massive army. And I'll take out, let's make this big so we can see it. What's going on? Alright, so here we go. It's time to slaughter. He did pull the drones, but this is pretty self-explanatory. No commentary needed by myself, but I'm still going to talk anyway. Those hydras are doing a lot of damage behind them. They are doing really well, but as soon as those colossi move in, it's going to be over fast. He just doesn't have enough minerals. He's so much gas. He could have maxed out his army on infestors, which would probably have been better than that engagement did. Alright, COL knows when is time to get out of there. Throws down the GG and had a good time with it, I think. It is always nice to play players above you. I think that is an excellent way to get better at the game, is to go on those custom games, and a lot of master players hang out there. And it's a good way to improve the game. That's what I like to do once in a while. Whenever I feel like getting my butt beaten, that's what I do. But I think we both know how this game ends, so I will go ahead and call it that reddex is the winner. He will be going on to round 2. And go ahead and check out JR's channel and Mr. Toast&Fish's channel for the rest of this tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And this is Gary the Coconut, and that's it. And he is now attacking. So, oh, and they're not attacking. Oh, nobody's attacking. So you can see a little tower there in the distance. That is my little hut.